What serious investors have been missing. Most people are still trying to win in modern markets with outdated tools. They trade off emotion, they chase headlines, they react late, they second guess entries, they miss exits, and they spend hours trying to manually do what serious systems were built to do automatically. That is exactly where the Eigen Quant fund is different. Eigen is not a fund manager. Eigen is not a custody platform. It's not a take control of your capital platform. Eigen is a quantitative trading technology platform built to give users access to advanced algorithmic trading strategies through their own accounts, with their own control, and without needing to sit in front of charts all day. That is the difference. Your capital stays in your control, your accounts stay in your name, the infrastructure does the heavy lifting. And in a market like this, that matters because modern markets move too fast for guesswork. Crypto moves, stocks move, indices rotate, commodities break out, momentum shifts, volatility changes, correlations change. And most people are still trying to compete with that using instinct, opinions, and emotions. That is not a serious edge. A serious edge comes from architecture. A serious edge comes from systems. A serious edge comes from having access to a robust algorithmic framework designed to scan, rotate, execute, and compound across multiple markets with discipline. That is what Eigen was built for. At its core, Eigen Quant Fund provides access to automated quantitative architecture, trading strategies designed to operate across crypto, stocks, indices, and commodities. Not one market, multiple opportunity sets, because real opportunity does not live in one lane forever. Capital rotates, the strongest setups rotate, the smartest systems rotate with them, and that is where Eigen becomes powerful. So instead of relying on a single market, a single theme, or a single narrative, Eigen is built around a quantitative rotation framework designed to pursue opportunity wherever the data supports it, not where emotion wants it to be. Where the system identifies it, that's where it goes. That distinction is everything because a lot of people talk about automation. Very few actually have the architecture to back it up. A lot of people push algos. A lot of people rent influencers. A lot of people make loud claims online, and a lot of people want attention. But when you ask the real question, where is the proof? Where is the framework? Where is the structure? Where is the depth? Where is the actual system design? Most of them fall apart. That is the problem with this space. Too many claims, not enough substance, too much marketing, not enough architecture. Eigen was built to be the opposite of that. Behind the platform is a broader universe of tested strategy logic. From that larger research set, 13 strategies out of 51 were selected and made available through the Eigen framework. That means users are not getting random code thrown together just for marketing. They are getting access to a curated set of higher conviction algorithmic strategies drawn from a deeper strategy universe and packed into a platform designed for real deployment. That matters because for years, the most advanced systematic strategies were typically associated with institutional circles, sophisticated desks, and professional capital environments. Now, that kind of algorithmic infrastructure is becoming accessible to serious users who want more than hype, more than signals, and more than noise. That is the opportunity. Eigen gives users access to a more advanced framework without requiring them to manually analyze every chart, monitor every market, or execute every trade themselves. The system is built to automate the process, automate the execution, automate the market, automate strategic deployment, automate the compounding logic, which is built in the framework. So instead of spending your life chasing setups, you can plug into a serious system designed to what serious systems are supposed to do, work. And let's talk about compounding, because this is where people really miss the point. The real power is not just in single trades. The real power is in a robust, repeatable framework designed to keep capital engaged intelligently over time. It is the combination of automation, frequency, multi-market access, and structured execution that creates the compounding effect serious investors actually care about. Not lottery ticket thinking, not one lucky trade, not one hot month, not a meme coin, a framework, a process, a machine built for repetition, discipline, and scale. And that is exactly why Eigen is attractive to serious investors and serious users who want to put their portfolio on a more advanced footing. Because the goal is not chaos. The goal is not reckless aggression. The goal is not hype. The goal is to access a systematic engine designed for disciplined growth, robust execution, and sustained participation across the markets without having to micromanage every move. That is what people want. They want automation without surrendering custody. They want sophisticated strategies without needing to build them from scratch. They want algorithmic execution without needing to become full-time traders. They want their capital working harder without requiring them to work harder every single day. That is the gap that the Eigen Quant Fund fills. This is for the person who understands that time matters. This is for the person who knows manual trading is not scalable. This is for the person who wants institutional style architecture without needing an institutional size operation to access it. This is for people who are done with hype and are ready for infrastructure. Because in the end, the future of market participation does not belong to the loudest influencer. It does not belong to the guy renting attention on social media. It belongs to the best systems, the strongest architecture, the most robust execution, the clearest process, the most disciplined framework. That is the standard Eigen was built around. So if you are looking for a smarter, more scalable, and more automated way to participate in crypto, stocks, indices, and commodities without handing over custody and without living in front of a screen, Eigen is worth a serious look. Explore the platform, see how the framework works, review the strategy access, understand the architecture, because in modern markets, the edge usually does not go to the loudest voice. It goes to the best system. Visit Eigen now or book a call. Come see what serious algorithmic infrastructure looks like.